We've been talking about the cold temperatures and the snow and the icy conditions. They are expected to have significant impacts on Georgia roadways. WALB News 10's Mackenzie Blaze is in Tifton, where several of the state's major highways converge. And Mackenzie, what should drivers expect as they leave work this afternoon? If they had to go in as they leave this afternoon, what is it looking like?
Well, Carla, here in Tifton, some snow flurries actually just started to fall. Not sure if our viewers can see them on the screen, but other than a few of those flurries, conditions are pretty normal here. That temperature is starting to drop and that wind is for sure picking up. As you can see, had to bring out my gloves for this one. Now, like I said, snow flurries are starting to fall right as residents are starting to head home from work. And I mean, this is just an incredibly rare event, like you've been saying. I mean, it's so rare in this region that many South Georgians might not know how to drive in these wintry conditions. But if you do find yourself on your commute home this evening in snow and ice, there are several defensive driving techniques that Georgia State Patrol wants to remind drivers to use.
Allow plenty of room between the vehicles, more than they would normally, just in the inclement conditions. Always try to be prepared. Have your electronic devices fully charged. Have an emergency kit in the car on times like these. Stay below the speed limit and just try to avoid any distractions, either inside the car or outside. If the vehicle starts to skid, take your foot off the accelerator. Don't touch the brake. Just steer the car safely until you can get it back under control.
Now, drivers also need to be aware that there will likely be several GDOT trucks on state highways spreading that brine and salt mixture we've been talking about. GSP will escort these trucks at slow speeds, so they ask you to be alert and drive cautiously if you see one. Now, while the state routes are being treated, many of those local roads are not, so be extra careful when driving. You could experience icy or snowy conditions because those routes are not being cleared by GDOT. Now, live in Tifton, I'm Mackenzie Blaze. Carla, back to you in the studio.
All right.